I am here today with Daniel Laumeier from our Customer Success Organization. Daniel, thanks for joining us for the Supplier Digital Summit.
Pleasure, Kevin.
Great. So why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about your role at SAP and also what your teams and your organization are really focused on.
Sure, Kevin. So I run the SAP's Customer First organization for procurement in Middle East, Africa, and Europe. My teams are accountable to make sure that our buyer customers get the value from our solutions as originally anticipated when they were deciding for our solutions. So we work hand in hand with our buyer customers from day one of the engagement to understand what this value is that they are looking for, to ensure that during the configuration, during the deployment of our solutions, they are configured, deployed in a way so that they are actually supporting this value, and then during adoption and operation, that this value is actually realized.
So Daniel, you talked a little bit about how your teams own the relationships with our buyer customers, but are there things that your teams are doing to ensure supplier success as well?
The value opportunity for our buyers isn't so much about optimizing within the four walls of their company, but rather about end-to-end optimization across their supply base. So buyers will only be able to tap into this opportunity if they digitize the collaborations with their suppliers. And they can only be successful in doing so if their suppliers realize value too. So my teams help buyers to develop a benefit case for suppliers and encourage buyers to think like suppliers. Change management is critical to success. So my teams help buyers to develop their change management strategy and message to their internal stakeholders and suppliers and ensure that it has the right level of executive sponsorship within the buying organization.
That's excellent. So can you talk a little bit about how your teams partner with some of our other internal teams that may be more supplier facing, teams like our onboarding organization, to really deliver network success for our suppliers?
No, absolutely. Our onboarding services are a key differentiator against our competitors. My teams own the customer success from helping to develop a business case and key performance indicators to track the same, to building supplier flight plans so that the onboarding teams can execute against a clear objective. My teams are encouraged to engage with the buyer's executive sponsors to ensure supplier onboarding has the right focus and resources.
Great. How important would you say the use of supplier references are for things like pilots and customer renewals to ultimately ensure long-term customer success?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, Kevin. So supplier references are key. They help to drive a message to buyers that suppliers see value in the Ariba network. But more importantly, suppliers need to hear this message too. They want to hear from their peers about the benefits, how it has saved them money, but also allowed them to expand their business.
That is so great to hear and totally agree. So last question on my end. You talked a little bit before around how we leverage the network as a tool both for our buyers and supplier customers. What do you think the message is that strengthens the idea of this two-sided model to our buyer customers, and how do we ultimately ensure success on both ends?
Yeah, so probably the most important question, Kevin. Buyers will only be successful if their suppliers are successful too. If buyers try and take all of the benefits and load additional effort and cost onto the suppliers, they will see limited success. It has to be a journey of mutual benefit.
I could not agree more. So Daniel, thanks again for your time. I truly appreciate you giving us the perspective from our buyer customers and the continued dedication to our customer success.
Well, thank you, Kevin, and thanks to all of our suppliers supporting our business.